Campagna, compagna, compagnia. Hello. You heard these three words? Yeah, they were three, they weren't only one, and they are all different too, and they all mean different, and they are all, again, in Italian language. That's how it is, but as I told you, don't worry, everything has a rule, everything is in order, and nothing is made without calculations. Hello everybody, welcome to Easy as Italian, Facile come Italiano. I'm Reza, and today we want to talk about the hardest sounds of Italian and how to pronounce them and how to use them. If you remember the last video, we talked about the alphabets, we talked about their sounds, I told you about the vowels, a, I, U, E, O, and I gave you an assignment to put the vowels together and see what kind of sounds can you produce. Now we are going to have a look on that, but mostly we are going to work on the sounds of chi and g. Well, as I remember, I told you they have two sounds, soft and hard. Chi would have ch, soft sound, and k, hard sound, and G would have J, soft sound, and G, hard sound. Now you may say, well, English is the same. We have two sounds for C, it's K, and we have two sounds for G, it's J, G. Yes, but does English have any kind of rule that tells you where it sounds soft or where it sounds hard? That's where the advantages of Italian come to the light. Now, as I told you, nothing is made without calculations. So rest assured, I'm gonna explain everything about the rules and you will be able to use the soft and the hard sound perfectly by the end of the video. So now let's say what makes them soft, what makes them hard. Well, among those vowels I told you about, a, I, U, E, O, two of them are special. We call them softeners. There are I and E. These two vowels are called softeners. What do? They take a spoon, they put it flat on chi and g, and then they rub it soft and make them sound softer than usual. So when we have I or E in front of chi or g, always, doesn't matter even if the pigs fly, always we're gonna have the soft sound. It would be chi, che, ji, je. Examples? Sure. We can have Cina, Cina. Cina è un paese. We say China. Or we can have ginocchio, ginocchio. Ginocchio è una parte importante della gamba. Ginocchio. Was it hard? Now you may think and say, well, so all the other vowels and all the other consonants in front of chi and g would make them hard. Yes, that's completely correct. Every other thing than I and E would make chi and g sound hard. They are some horny dudes. Don't underestimate them. So we can have ka, ko, ku, and ga, go, gu. Examples? Again, sure. Cane, cane. Cane è un animale e può essere un animale domestico. Cane, dog. Or we can have cucchiaio, cu, cucchiaio, cucchiaio, cucchiaio. Si usa un cucchiaio per mangiare. Or, what else? Let's use G. Guanti, guanti, guanti. Or we can also have gambe, gambe. Gambe, si usa le gambe per camminare o correre. Gambe. So, as you heard, every other thing other than I or E would make the sound hard. There is no exception. There is no irregularities. Just that. Now I may think a little more and say, well, so when it's like that, then we can't have the sound of ge and gi or che and chi in Italian language, because e and e always make the sound soft. You may be right, but we have some rules that can cover that. Do you remember that letter we had that was mute? H. H had no sound, as you remember I told you in the first video. H has no sound in Italian, it's silent. Now, let's see, maybe H could help us. H?
Certo che ti posso aiutare.
Bene. H agreed to help us. So let's use him. We can say we have G and E. Now we can put H in the middle so H wouldn't let the softener touch G. So it wouldn't get soft and it would stay hard. It would be Gi. We can apply the same logic to the other forms. Ge, ki, ke. Alright? For example, we can say ki. Just ki itself. It means who. Like who. Kie. Who is it? Or we have ke that can mean what or that. I have a complete video about the difference of the meaning. Where it means that, where it means what. Just for now, know that ki and ke both are two complete words in Italian language. Okay? Now you may think a little more than that. Put some pressure on the last brain cells you have got left in this head and say, well then if it's like that, I can't have the soft sound with the other vowels. Like I can't say ja or jo or ju. Okay? Because they make it hard. Yes, that could have been also correct if we didn't have another rule to cover that up. Look, we have rules. You just need to learn how to follow them. Now, we had the softeners, right? Why not put the softeners between G and a hardener sound? Okay? Well, let's ask E. E, can you help us?
Succhiami il non mi frega delle cose che dici.
Oh, alright. He's pissed. Let's ask E. E, what about you?
Beh, penso di sì.
Fantastico. That's amazing. E is gonna help us with the softening of the sound. Now we can put E, for example, between G and A. Now we can have the sound of ja. Ja. See, if you focus, you see that the E is not making so much noise, right? Let's try another one. Jo, jo, jo. Alright? Ju, ju. When you are combining E with a hardener sound, the sound of E would get very short and the sound of the next vowel would get longer. So we have ja, not gia. Ja. Or we have jo, not gio. We have chu, not chiu. So cha, cho, chu, ja, jo, ju. Examples? Again, sure. We have cioccolato, cioccolato da mangiare. Or, for the sound of G, we can say many names, many names. You have heard many of them. We have Giovanna, we have Giorgio.
My name is Giovanni
What?
Giorgio,
No,
but
please,
everybody calls me
for the
Giorgio.
God's sake, stop. Sorry, we had some technical problems. Hopefully they are solved now. I hope they never appear again. So I told you about the G sound, the chi sound, the vowels, the softeners, the akka that makes it hard. Now I wanted to ask you a question and then move to the next topic. We have a word such as this. How would you pronounce it? We have G, akka, E, A. Well, G could be soft or hard. We have akka, it's gonna be hard. Then we have E, A. E, A. Well, if we want the A sound, then why there is E? And if there wasn't supposed to be any E, then we didn't need any akka. It may sound a little confusing, but you need to just look at the first letter after G or Chi. If it's akka, surely it is a hard sound, so it would be Ghiaccio. Ghiaccio, ice, is one of the words that uses this kind of combination. Why it uses this combination? Because we needed an ia sound, but we also needed the hard sound of G, so we have it like this. Ghiaccio, ghiaccio. Now you may see some words like this, but I don't think they would be much of a problem to you because, well, you know how to pronounce and how to identify the soft and the hard sound of G or Chi, so it would be alright. Now, after all this, I wanted to talk about G a little more. Well, what is this letter? It is N. Exactly. What does N sound? It sounds N. Now, what happens if I put GN together? Well, anything other than E and E would make G hard. So it would be GN, GN. That kind of seems hard to pronounce. Now, it's not GN. It is a special sound of N that you may see also in Spanish. In this shape, they put a little hat on N. Italian people said, well, why spend too much money to just buy a hat for N? We can combine two letters and make the sound. So we have GN, it sounds nye. Nye. It's a hard stress, a hard push, a hard pressure on N with a little curve in the end. So we have nye, nye. Alright? Now, where does it come to use? We can say compagna, campagna, compagnia. The first three words I said at the beginning of the video. Now, for example, compagna, compagna. If there was no G, it would sound compana. It sounds way sexier when there is the G. Compagna. I'm sure you would agree with me. Compagna. Compagnia. Then, if there wasn't the G, it would be compagnia. That sounds too formal. Compagnia. That sounds better. Now, you don't see this kind of combination too often. It is not like, I don't know, a vowel like e that you see everywhere in every word. No. But it is good to know it. And also it sounds sexy. But you need more than that. Nye. Now you can practice that with putting the vowels in front of gn, like nya, nyo, ni, nye, and new. Well, you wouldn't see any kind of new or ni or even nye. It's mostly about nyo and nya. They are more often. But, well, it is good to know, right? Live and learn. That was the topic for today, but let's say we have many more sounds than just this. The hard sounds. Well, for example, I haven't yet told you about R. Where would you put the stress when you wouldn't? Or about sh. We have sh sound in Italian and there was no sh sound among the alphabets, if you have seen my previous video. Or we haven't talked yet about the sound of zeta. Zeta sounds, well, like. But I'm gonna tell you everything and finish the topic in the next video. So till the next video, make sure you tap the subscribe button and also like the video if you are happy with the content I made for you. Now it is the time of goodbye. I wish to see you one more time. Have a nice exercise.